everyone, and welcome back to Piano Lessons with the kindergarten curriculum. My name is Dennis Wong. Let's get started with lesson number 9. Okay, so we will need the kindergarten sorting, matching cards that come with lesson number 9. And to make this a little bit more fun, I've prepared some paper cups here. I've labeled them with the letters G, C, D, E, F. So the letters that we already know, the notes that we've learned so far. If you don't have any paper cups at home, you could do this activity and use the musical alphabet cards instead. I just think that the paper cups make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more fun. Okay, let's get started. So I have the sorting matching cards here, so we have to decide what are these two notes on this card here. This is C and this is also C. We have two C's here as half notes. So this card goes into the cup that says C on it. And then we have another C here. C is a whole note. C as a whole note goes also into the C cup. And then we have 4 quarter note C's here. They go also into the C cup, and then we have 2 F's here, so they go into the F cup. Then we have 4 quarter note D, doghouse D notes here. That goes into this cup. So as you see, the goal of this activity is to recognize C's as C's, even though they look different. A half note C looks different compared to a whole note C or an eighth note C. So the goal is to still recognize the notes, even though now we have long and short notes and they look a little different, but they're still C or still at the same position on the staff. So we could continue organizing all these cards here. This is D and so forth. This is E. Whoops, my cups are a little small. This is D, a whole note D. These are eighth notes F, and then we have E's, more E's, and then F's, F, E, and C. Okay. So once we're done organizing all these cards in our cups, we could take the cups. Let's take the C cup first and then play all of these C's on the piano. So let's start with this C. This one here is a whole note C. That one gets 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we could do the same thing for this card. This has 2 half note C's on it, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the quarter C's, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of these C's gets 1 beat. And then we have the eighth note C's. And that's it. We could do that for all the cards here or only for a few of them and then repeat this. And as I've said, if you don't have paper cups available, you can use the kindergarten musical alphabet cards and have the kids organize, sort and match these cards next to the letter cards. So all the C cards would go with the C note cards. Yeah, okay. All right, once we are done with the first activity, we can move on to our very first real song, and that's going to be Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, before we start or try to play this on the piano, I would like to repeat another little thing that we've done before. I would like to look for skips and then mark the skips that we find with stickers or stamps or little dot stickers or just with a highlighter. I would like to highlight them and you know, make sure that we pay attention to the skips once we play it on the piano. All right, so let's see. This is E. It moves 1 down to D, C, D, E, E, E. There's no skip there. And then we have D, D, D. It goes up to E, and then it goes from line 1 to line 2 here. So we're skipping F. That's the first skip that we can mark with the sticker here. So from E to G is a skip, and then it goes G, G, and it goes down to the first line again. So we're skipping F once again here, and that's where the second skip is. And it goes just stepping down, stepping up, and then we have 4 E's, then it steps down, steps up, down, and it finishes on C. Okay, let's try to play this song on the piano together. Let's start with the first 2 measures here. It says finger number 3 goes on, this is E. So 1, 2, 3, finger number 3 on E. Again, as always, so as of now, we're only focusing on the middle set of C, D, E. So it starts with E, moves down to D, C, D, E. So this E is longer than these two, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one gets 2 beats. Let's play these 2 measures one more time. So one more time from the beginning. Finger number 3 on E. And let's take a look at the next part. The next measure is pretty easy. Finger number 2 on D, D, longer D. So short, short, long. And then 3, skip up to G, so skip up to the pinky. 3, 5, 5. I'll play one more time from here to here. And then it skips to finger number 3 again. We have help here because there's a little finger number here. Finger number 3 on E again. It's just like the beginning. Down, up. Finishes on the middle C. I'll play the whole song one more time. Okay, yeah, another thing that we could do before we play this, so this part, we have 2 on D, 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 then we have finger number 3 on E here, and then it skips up to finger number 5. So we could add some finger numbers. I do not recommend to put the finger numbers above every single note, because that will be like painting by numbers, and that's not our main goal here, but we can always add a finger number here and there as a little help for us when we practice. So 3, 5, 5. For this measure, we can add the finger number 3 and the finger number 5 if we wanted to. And even here, we could add finger number 3 for E. But as I've said, I wouldn't recommend to add all the finger numbers to the song. All right, that is it for lesson number 9. So we know C, D, E, F, G can look different. It depends on if it's a slower, if it's a longer or a shorter note. And we practice reading notes again. We practice reading notes in different, whole notes, quarter notes, half notes, and so forth. And we've even played our very first real song on the piano, Mary Had a Little Lamb. We are going to play another song, another lullaby actually, next lesson too. So I hope to see you guys in lesson number 10.